When you look through the viewfinder of your camera and you half press the shutter button to autofocus, the autofocus beeps to tell you everything's nice and sharp, but what you see with your eye looks a bit soft and fuzzy. That's going to be rather off-putting. It means you need to set up your diopter, which is a kind of adjustment in the viewfinder of the camera to help it match your eyesight. Many of you have been in touch and asked how to do this, and there are lots of different methods. Everybody has got their own way. This is how I'd go about it, and I like to use a signpost. You don't have to use a signpost, you could use the number plate of a car. The point is you need something with a nice clear contrasty edge for your autofocus to snap onto. The other thing you must use is a tripod. If you try doing this holding it in your hand and you rock backwards and forwards, you'll never know whether that distance, the autofocus has snapped it and held it. If you move backwards and forwards, you could make it soft and fuzzy just by your own movement. So, I'm using a 70mm lens, and I'm about, what am I? I am about 2 meters away from, the point of focus. So that means I know the autofocus has focused. Autofocus is very, very accurate. You have to trust it. Even if when you look, you think it's soft, it's your eyesight. Trust the autofocus. When you do this, do it without your glasses on. You need to set the diopter for your eyesight, not for your corrected eyesight. When you look through the viewfinder, the camera is actually giving you an image, the equivalent of 1 meter or so away from your eye. It doesn't matter if you're photographing the horizon with mountains going on or a macro shot of an insect. What you're seeing is the equivalent of 1 meter away from your eye. So you don't need to wear different glasses to look through it. Always do it without your glasses on. So here we go. Using the autofocus, I'm focusing on the white text against the black background. That has now locked. I now know that that is sharp. When you do this without your glasses on, look through the viewfinder. If what you see is a bit fuzzy, then you do need to adjust the diopter. You do it with this little wheel here. You look through, no glasses, and you roll this little adjuster up and down, backwards and forwards, and the shot will either get sharper and softer and softer and sharper and backwards and forwards. Just keep going until you find the point where it's at its sharpest and it looks pin sharp to your eyes. Something you need to remember is this isn't actually affecting the autofocus of your camera. This is something in the viewfinder. Somebody got in touch with us, a lady called Sharon McAllister. Now she wears distance viewing glasses as well as close-up reading glasses. Because of this thing about you're actually only seeing something a meter away, I'd recommend, if you're like Sharon, don't use the distance glasses at all. But you may need to use the close-up glasses so you can see the back of the camera if you want to change menu settings or white balance settings. Now I know it's a pain that you've got to use your glasses. I can only suggest getting a chain or something and dangling them around your neck so you can kind of do some peering like that. Hope that helps. That's how you set up your diopter, and once you've got that set, do not put your glasses on to look through the viewfinder. Another reason for that is they hold your eye away from the viewfinder a little bit, which means it can be hard to check all around the edges to make sure your composition's right. Hope that helps. Hope it helps you keep your pictures nice and sharp.